Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my live sessions here on my page. If you don't already follow me, click the like button and follow. I also have a community, the Grow Your Life community, where I have exclusive content beyond just these daily live sessions. So go check that out on my Facebook, on my Instagram. Just launched a new podcast as well. If you don't follow the podcast, the Grow Your Life podcast, it's action steps that you can take every single week to grow your life, grow your business, and get more results. That's what this is all about. Listen, today I want to talk to you about secrets for taking massive action. A lot of times, people in business and in their personal life procrastinate and choose to wait until the last minute to do certain things. Now, there's two sides to this. Sometimes that's wisdom, to wait until things are set up to take action. But what you have to do, especially as a business owner specifically, I'm applying this really mostly to business, is if you know where you're going, you see a projection, you see even a shift or a trend or something that is different that you have to choose to do differently of how we've always done it before. We've always done it this way, one way that's always worked, but now 5 years later, we're not getting the same results. Taking massive action is the key to growth. And so the way you do that is this. You decide, where are we going? You write down, what actions do we need to take to get there? And sometimes it's stair-step actions. What's step one action? Okay, step one action is we maybe need to fire somebody. We need to hire somebody else. Step one is maybe we need to learn something. Step one is maybe we need to get some new friends if that's in our personal life. Whatever that is, you know what it is. And if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what steps to take, I want you to leave a comment below and let me know if that's something that you want me to dive into, how to know what steps to take, how to know what steps to take action on, because that's a whole nother kind of science right there. But if you know what you're supposed to do, you know where your goal is. First, you have to have the goal in mind. Up here, where am I going and what do I need to do to get there? And if you don't know what to do to get there, then you need to break it down to another level. Okay, where am I now and what do I need to change to get to where I need to go or where I want to go to set myself up for that? And then it's about making decisions. You have to decide solidly. You can't say, well, I'm hoping this could happen. I'm hoping that one day I could do this. You have to decide this is what we're doing. And then you take action and you do the thing that you know that you're supposed to do. You buy that domain name. You set up that website. You sign up for ClickFunnels and put a funnel up. You do that Facebook Live. You talk to that person that can connect to you. You reach out. You make a connection. You talk to somebody, but you reconnect with somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Yeah, exactly, Davlin. Make up your mind. that's exactly. Make up your mind about what you're going to do and choose. And then you have to walk it out. Just choosing will not get you anywhere. Just having the idea of where you're going will not get you anywhere. But taking action, putting your money where your mouth is, or your feet or your fingers where your mouth is, doing what you said that you would do, and then doing that. Now, here's another flip side of this too that I want to talk about. So often I've then seen people take massive action and new information comes in. They learn things that might need to shift the massive action that they're changing halfway through it, okay? That's where you need to then look at, what are we doing now? What's working? What did I learn and discover this new information that I can then apply to the massive action? And then you have to constantly be making decisions, sometimes on a weekly, on a daily basis, decisions of shifts and changes to then go towards that action. So let's say that you had this big idea and you're building up to this thing, but it's not really working out and you got an idea right there. Thank you so much, DeHaviland. I really appreciate that. You guys too, check out 818 The Sign, by the way. DeHaviland Ford, her and her husband are doing a movement about creating massive change in the world today, dealing with issues of diversity, and as well as how people interact with each other and Sorry, I got totally thrown off by what DeHaviland was saying right here. They're building a prophetic movement in the nation to bring change and for people to go out and be signs and wonders in their communities. And so they've really inspired me as well. Anyways, taking massive action. They are movers and shakers. And so that's why on my Facebook here, she just commented, leave a link as well below. You have to choose based on the information that comes in, the new information. How do we shift? How do we change? It's like a gazelle. When a gazelle is moving, it goes like this, and it shifts in a different direction. And it's okay to shift. It's okay to pivot. But then you have to make a choice. And sometimes massive action is literally getting rid of what you've always done. A book that I love is called Good to Great, and it's how companies last through hard times and prosperous times because of choices that they make. The hedgehog effect that Jim Collins talks about is, what can you be the best in the world at? What do you have a passion for? And what can you make money from? So as a business specifically, that shifts and changes over time. And one of the best examples of that, of taking massive action, was, I think it was Kimberly Clark, and they were a paper company, but they also had, I think it was grain mills or something, and the choice that changed their company for the future was to burn the mills, to stop their mill business and focus on paper. And that scaled them further by choosing, this is not where we are to stay. This is where we've been for so long, the mills, but now paper is where we are scaling and we're seeing results and shifting and being able to make massive choices. Maybe to say, listen, I've been doing this for so long, I'm no longer going to be doing what I've done because I have a choice now. I can see the goal ahead of me. I can see the sight. I can see the vision of where I'm going, what I'm supposed to do. And so now I have to make a choice. Make up your mind and then take action. Take a step in front of you to do that thing that you said, the first step, and then look at what choices do I need to make for the second step. Okay. What choices do I need to make for the third step? So often people get in their mind the big goal and then they get overwhelmed by it that they never take action. So the key is, A, making up your mind, making decisions, and then taking action. That's the secret to taking massive action. It sounds redundant. The secret to taking massive action is taking massive action. But what a lot of times it is, we're afraid of how we can get perceived by other people. We're afraid of getting misinterpreted or confused, or that maybe if we take action in this way, that we're going to miss out on something over here. And so now we're stuck in between this place of limbo called someday. And someday never comes. And someday is in the future where all of our goals, visions, and dreams and actions live. 99% of every action is in someday. And so by choosing to take action today, not tomorrow, we're then living from a place of expectancy, a place of what are we called to, a place of walking towards our destiny instead of looking at where did we come from before. So often people are reactive to their past, what happened to them, what they did before, and saying, well, we can't do that because of this, and their past dictates their future, instead of looking at with vision. A, what am I called to do? What did God make me for? What was I created for? And then B, make a choice, a decision to take action. And then deeper than that, okay, we've been doing it this way. What decisions do we need to make to shift, to pivot, to change things? And for me last night, man, I saw a lot of people were worried about the changes that Facebook was making to the algorithm. They're prioritizing video and groups over the news feed and pages. And so my massive action that I decided to make was I'm making a group, the Grow Your Life group. My page, I'm still going to have content, but that group is for people that are like-minded, to have a community, to work together, because I want people to support each other and grow together. And so I created that group for that purpose, the Grow Your Life group and my podcast. And I'm creating more massive content every day, pressing record. That's my taking massive action, just a testimony to you guys. And watch me. I'm trying to live this I am living by example for you guys. Take massive action, decisions on what your next steps are, and then walk it out. And you'll be amazed by the results and changes that occur in transformation in your life. Have a good one, everybody.